Welcome to the Know, I'm Ashley.
And I'm Blaine.
And Crash Bandicoot's N.Sane Trilogy is one of the year's hottest exclusive titles so far, but will it stay exclusive for much longer?
Some new evidence has surfaced that the best-selling remake might be on the way to the Xbox One as well. In which case, does that mean we can also expect a PC port?
All right, possibly. I mean, all the commotion over Crash Bandicoot's possible multi-platform future kicked off over the weekend, courtesy of a YouTube video which seems to have leaked design work on an Xbox One version of the N.Sane Trilogy.
Now, before you can start shouting that this is an elaborate fake, because, I mean, let's be honest, there's been a lot of those lately.
Some of them are getting very elaborate.
This video actually popped up on the channel of Ziza, who served as the illustrator and UI designer for each of the games in the recently released N.Sane Trilogy. So we're not just talking about a regular old YouTube channel here.
Right, not just any old YouTube channel.
No.
It's very specific. Yeah. The now deleted video was hosted on Ziza's YouTube for just a few short days before being removed. Oops, and didn't show off anything particularly spectacular, save for the Xbox One button prompts featured in Crash's menus.
Ooh. That, of course, gets speculation going hardcore that we were indeed looking at an Xbox One port for the N.Sane Trilogy. However, it's also worth noting that this could have just been Ziza's personal project in order to show off more of what she can do in terms of designing video game UIs.
Right, so it's not watertight, but it's way more fun to speculate that the game is going to hit Xbox One, and we've actually had indications that this is going to be the case all along. For instance, last month, Hungarian retailer Super Gamer listed the N.Sane Trilogy for Xbox One with what looked like very official cover art along with a December release date.
While one's retailer possibly errant listing isn't proof of Xbox One's release, maybe Sony's really confusing backwards messaging about the game could offer a few clues. The company has been towing the line about Crash's exclusive status almost since its original announcement, going totally back and forth on whether or not it would be coming to other platforms at a later date.
Back in February, PlayStation Ireland clarified a previous tweet from the account, amending a statement about exclusivity to say that Crash Bandicoot would be coming to PlayStation 4 and PlayStation 4 Pro first, which would seem to indicate that it was a timed exclusive, not a true one, because if it's going to come somewhere first, it's going to come somewhere else second.
Right. However, back in March, PlayStation Australia put out some marketing material at EB claiming that it is an exclusive. PlayStation UK did the same thing via email in April, putting it on a list of their upcoming exclusives. All the back and forth made it hard to tell if they were being legit or just engaging in some tricky wordplay, which is what everyone has done these days since almost nothing is exclusive anymore.
Right, now we've got like exclusives, we've got launch exclusives, and then we've got ones that no one says are exclusive, they just don't talk about any other platform. It's kind of a mess. It's not the first time Sony's been accused of exclusive shenanigans when it comes to other platform launches either. Similar weirdness happened earlier this year with the PC release of the surprise hit Nier Automata. In the months leading up to that game, Square Enix wouldn't comment about the PC version. They even removed the PC release date from trailers, so fans legitimately had no idea when to expect it, pretty much until it dropped.
Yeah, and at the time there was some scuttlebutt going around. Maybe Sony was putting pressure on publishers to be less than forthright about multi-platform releases in order to be bolstering their lineup of exclusives.
Right, or at the very least some sort of gag order on communication. Although, to be fair, considering how both Platinum Games and Square Enix have handled the PC port of Nier Automata since its launch, well, I mean, it's been out for several months with no proper patch. It's not that hard to believe that maybe they were just neglecting it before it came out. That's a total possibility.
Yeah. However, all this talk about PC ports brings us to another thing worth discussing in all this. If Crash Bandicoot is potentially getting an Xbox One port, then it stands to reason that we would expect a PC one for long term as well.
Right, that would be nice. It's not a huge stretch. I mean, releasing console exclusives isn't exactly how Activision tends to operate these days, so maybe it's just a matter of time before we start winding down towards a PC release or Xbox One release, which has to make you then curious about what the game's ultimate potential is when it comes to sales, because it's already tearing the charts apart, and it's only a one platform at the moment.
Yeah, since its launch, Crash Bandicoot has the #1 selling game almost everywhere, and was even the top selling physical game in June despite coming out right at the end of the month.
That means that, physically speaking, it's outsold some of the year's other biggest titles, like Ghost Recon Wildlands and Breath of the Wild. Other recent data indicates that it even sold better in Spain and the UK during its launch than Horizon Zero Dawn did during its launch, which is huge considering what an enormous hit Horizon was. It actually came fairly close even to rivaling Destiny's launch in Spain.
And the newest word is that Crash has held onto its #1 spot in the UK for another week, beating out Splatoon 2 for the spot 2 weeks in a row. That makes 4 weeks that Crash has been sitting at #1 in the UK, which has only been done by one other PS4 exclusive, The Last of Us.
Although well-deserved on that one.
Yes, indeed.
If Crash makes its way onto other platforms by the end of the year, and judging by that accidental Hungarian retail listing, that might actually be the case, then it could easily be one of the year's biggest hits. I mean, it's already in that territory to begin with. If you go adding other platforms, it could be huge.
As if the game industry needed any more encouragement to keep hitting us with remakes and re-releases. Thanks for that, nostalgia gamer lovers.
You're welcome. What do you guys think of the saga over Crash Bandicoot's N.Sane Trilogy and its potential not exclusivity? Are you hoping the game actually comes to Xbox One or PC? Let us know in the comments.
And for future updates on all things related to whatever the hell a Bandicoot is.
We still don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. Just remember to subscribe to them now.
And Crash Bandicoot's N.Sane Trilogy is one of the year's hottest exclusive titles so far, but will it be staying exclusive for much longer?
Some new evidence has surfaced that has best-selling remake that the shit already fucked it up. This video actually popped up on channel for Kara Ziza, who served as the illustrator of the UI design. Take it to the top of that one, sorry.